Right, there's your sledge. Cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, I'm going to work now. See you later.
Right.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Right. Oh. Right. Make sure that mic's plugged in because I had that issue on that S2000 video. That's so annoying. Just bad audio, and everyone's like, oh, it's bad audio, and it's only uploaded in 360p. Do you know, that's a good point. The 360p thing's been so annoying. So what I've been doing is, instead of uploading in 4K now, just for the time being, I'm uploading in 1080p because it's full HD still. It's all you can see on your phone, and YouTube are just doing my head in with not uploading or not processing the whole 4K thing. Anyway, snow. So I've still got quite a lot on my bonnet, as you can see. It is blowing all over the place. But the main roads actually ain't that bad at all. I don't really know what this video is going to be about. I think basically, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm driving to the gym, and I just saw the snow outside. I thought, this is a good opportunity to make a video. It is a little bit dark. It's actually 7:30. No, it's nearly 8 o'clock now because I'm a bit later today. But it does actually appear to be brighter because the snow makes the whole scenery look a bit more like daylight, obviously because of the white. But yeah, it's currently 0 degrees. The main roads ain't that bad. I ain't got a clue what I'm going to talk about. So go far. Let's talk about four-wheel drive stuff, yeah? So when I started driving, I had a front-wheel drive Vauxhall Calibra, right? And I absolutely loved that car. It was like the best thing that I could possibly have imagined I would have had at that time in my life. I was 17 years old. It had a 2-litre engine, and let's just be easy down this hill, just in case there's any ice down there. And yeah, full leather, heated seats. It was amazing. So, but whilst I had my Calibra, I was actually a floor layer, and at the same time that I had my Calibra, I had a Ford Transit van for work. Yeah, I bought a Transit van. I remember I bought it off my boss. I think I paid him 120 quid a week for 5 weeks. Yeah, and then on week number 5, so when it was all paid off, so 600 quid, the gearbox went, and he goes, "I'll tell you what, I can get it fixed for you. Our mechanic will do it for you. It's £1,200 to get it done. We'll go halves on it." So I had to pay 120 quid a week for another 5 weeks, which when you're 17 years old is a hell of a lot of money. But yeah, anyway, Transit, P-Reg Transit, it done about 170,000 miles, and it was rear wheel drive. And honestly, everywhere I went in that van, as soon as the roads got damp, I would just slide it everywhere. You could just slide it round corners. If you want to learn how to drift, by the way, get a Transit van, because they are so easy to get sideways, round roundabouts, round bends, anything. Do it any way you want. Get it in second gear. The back end just seems to go out nicely, and that was great when it was wet. But when it was snowing, it was a disaster. You couldn't go anywhere in it. It didn't matter how much weight you had in the back on top of the back wheels. It wouldn't go anywhere. Vans generally are front wheel drive, and making a rear wheel drive one kind of made sense, but if you wanted to go out into conditions like this, you couldn't. So the Golf R, yeah? The Golf R is obviously 4-wheel drive, and I'm guessing it's the same. It's the Quattro system. It's an Audi derived system, and all the power goes to the front wheels, and when the front wheels give up, the power goes to the rear wheels, which is actually the same as the GTR, I think. Is it the same as the GTR? I think the GTR is the other way around. All the power goes all the way constantly to the back wheels, and when the back wheels lose traction, it goes to the front wheels. Quite a standard way of 4-wheel drive systems working. So it's usually a solely driven car by one pair of wheels, if that makes sense. So this one's the front wheels, yeah? So you will notice if I just put my foot down, turn the traction control off, clever idea, Calv, 600 red Golf R, press and hold it to turn the traction control off, by the way, don't just press it once. Let's get past these cars in case we do some skating and ice and end up going sideways into one. So if I put my foot down, the front wheels are spinning and the back wheels are just slightly giving way after. And all four wheels are spinning because obviously it's icy on the floor. See, the back end kicked out then, and that is basically because as soon as them back wheels come into play, the back end's going to start skating. It's just because of the, like I say, the conditions, the car's going in all directions, and that's pretty much how a quattro system works, or a four-wheel drive system on general VWs and Audis. It's pretty good. And since I had the GTR, it's kind of just, I used to think I want rear-wheel drive. I want to get the hang of like going sideways. I can go sideways. I'm not a big drifter whatsoever, without a doubt. I'm not. I went for a stage of doing it or trying to do it, and I enjoy it. I love going sideways, but obviously it's dangerous, and on the roads and stuff, it ain't something that I want to encourage through my videos. But when I got the GTR, I thought this car's going to lack a bit of character because it's a four-wheel drive, and if anything, it's sort of put me the other way. It's turned that heating down, it's boiling in here, and it's made me think I actually really like four-wheel drives. They're a bit predictable. They're very easy to drive, but there's just such a good all-rounder. They're just like I say today. Really, I'm just in a bloody Golf and I'm out in the snow, and there's no concern of me losing traction anywhere, and that's pretty good. I think that's a good point as well. See, as I film, I always think of other things to talk about. I don't actually know what the title of this video is yet. I'm just kind of talking and about nothing. But but yeah, the Golf R, what a bloody good car! What a bloody good car! 600 brake horsepower, with a little bit more potential there if I want to get more power out of it. I could up the boost, and I am gonna get a bit more sound out of it very soon. But yeah, it's just such a good car. They obviously come in a 5-door. I know I say this a lot, but I just really rate the Golf R. And if you're about to buy one, I would say either buy a used one that's a couple of years old, and you can still, I think 7.5s are now within that age group. So if you want to buy a used one that's depreciated a little bit, you can just about buy a 7.5. Or if you're going to go new, I would recommend leasing one, because I've seen some horrible scenarios where people have bought brand new Golf Rs and within 6 months they're like, do you know what, I've changed my mind, I don't want it no more. And VW are like, sorry, yeah, we'll give you, like, we'll clear your finance, but your £5 deposit and your £5 part exchange that you put down and all your instalments you pay for the last 6 months, you're going to lose them all. So consider that if you're about to buy a Golf R. And I hope you can see me, it does look dark through the screen, but I'm sure you'll be fine. So yeah, leasing deals generally, I'm not trying to plug any leasing companies here. I'm a car sales guy, you know, I sell cars and I'm plugging leasing. But I think leasing, if you're going to go brand new, full stop, I would recommend leasing. I think it's brilliant. And if say in the last 3 years you took on a diesel car, and the diesel markets took a bit of a decline, slightly, don't let it scare you. It's all right, it's still under control. But the owner of the car, i.e. the main dealer or whoever leased you that car, they're the ones that has had to swallow that depreciation, which for you as the person leasing the car is great. You know, you haven't got to take that responsibility. So try and buy second hand, yeah. Entry level, like this is a 64, so early Golf Rs are obviously a lot less money. They're quite affordable now. I think you can pick one up for about 15 grand. And likewise an S3, that's a good choice of car. You can get them now for about similar sort of money. And they are just such a good car. But so yeah, I would recommend one. You've got all the options. You've got the estate, you've got the manual automatic versions, you've got 3-door, 5-door, and you've got all this potential to tune it. So brilliant choice of car. Currently going through Woodside Industrial Estate, and generally I just drive like a hooligan through here, but I'm not going to today because I want to try and keep my car in one piece. But I was saying earlier about the four-wheel drive thing. So look at this, isn't that a nice scenery? It just looks nice, doesn't it? That's what I wanted to film. Like yesterday I was driving to the gym, and it was like you know, you get that orange sunrise in the morning sometimes, and it just looks lovely. And that sounds really odd, but when you're filming all the time, you'd like to catch some nice shots. It would have been great to have got that shot. But yeah, the four-wheel drive thing, I'm kind of like really interested in four-wheel drives now. I know, like recently I was chatting to Imran at Evolve Automotive, and he just bought his BMW M5, and now the new M5 has got four-wheel drive. And usually from a BMW M point of view, you'd think that's just stupid. Why would they put four-wheel drive on an M car? But when you're talking about this level of power, like in excess of 600 brake horsepower, you need it. I've done a video, I'll put a link to that video just up in the corner. BMW M6, yes. My friend Simon's got an M6, we call it the Hulk because it's green. It's a crazy car, it's about 700 and something brake horsepower, 730. I've never heard anything like it. Gentle, Calv, gentle. It is absolutely savage. You can't do nothing with it, and I think there's a limit with how much power you can get to the ground with sort of stock wheels, stock tyres, and you know, just general road conditions. There's a limit of power you can get down to the ground, and I think that's a little bit of a problem. Now obviously with this car, it does spin in first, second and third. That's the parking sensors again. But it's not horrendous, and it's perfectly manageable. So yeah, I am very drawn towards, look at these lot, what are they doing? Very much drawn towards four-wheel drives now. Parking sensors are doing my head in. And it is because of owning the GTR. If that GTR was solely rear-wheel drive, it would have been a disaster to drive. The car was absolutely mental. So yeah, I don't know what the purpose of this video is. Hopefully the gym's open. Looks like it's open. There aren't many people here though, is there? See, that's commitment, guys. That's what hashtag on it is all about. Commitment to everything. Look, I'm the only person turning up to the gym today. Normally this car park is full. But I think today, normally I park there. You probably recognise that spot for, I'll take pictures there sometimes in the morning. But today I can park right outside the gym because there's no one here. But yeah, I don't really know what the purpose of this video was. I suppose, like, it's just an opportunity to get the golf on the channel. I was driving in the snow. I was kind of hoping something would go wrong because that would have made a good clickbait title. But nothing went wrong. Parking sensors are annoying. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it as that. Parking this spot just here. Oh, well, I was going to end the video there, but you know, I'd like to offer some kind of value for a video, and I think I suppose the key point of today's video is we're talking about snow, yeah, driving in the snow, and obviously the roads aren't that bad at all. I'm currently sat out the back of my shop, by the way, in Dunstable, and there is a bit of snow on the floor here, but it ain't horrendous. But my barber's just texted me, and he said he's running late today because he's got to go and pick up all the boys from their houses because they can't get to work, and his car's the only car with snow mode, and the car that he drives is a Jaguar XF, and is actually a rear-wheel drive car, and all of the guys that he works with, have front wheel drive cars. Now, apparently, so I said to him, your car will perform nowhere near as good as their cars in the snow because it's rear wheel drive. And he said, for someone who claims to know about cars, you don't know what you're talking about, because the Jaguar's got snow mode. Now, snow mode is just a way of killing the traction. It's traction control, which restricts the power flow so the wheels don't just spin all the time, because rear wheel drive cars are a bloody nightmare in the snow. So if you do own a rear wheel drive car and it is snowing, today like today, it will get anywhere without a problem. Like, the roads are fine. But if it is like chronically snowing or there's bad ice on the floor, rear wheel drive cars are without a doubt the worst cars to drive in the snow. All right. Front wheel drive cars are actually great fun. You can pull the if you've got like a manual handbrake as well, you can have loads of fun in a front wheel drive car, and you can literally just point the front wheels wherever you want them to go and accelerate, and the car will just go in that direction. Great fun. Four wheel drive cars are obviously the perfect thing for the snow, but they're just a bit less common, I suppose. So in a nutshell, if you want traction and you want to go anywhere in the snow, preference is four-wheel drive. Second best is front wheel drive. And if you own a Jag and it's rear wheel drive, or any rear wheel drive car like a Mercedes or a BMW, you will have some difficulty, but you will still get to work if the road ain't horrendous. All right. So is that the summary of today's video? I think it can be, can't it? But in a nutshell, Golf R, fantastic car, four-wheel drive, great for weather like this, great summer car, great winter car, great family car, great car to tune. It's good for so many reasons. It looks good. I know I say this all the time and I'm kind of repeating myself, but I think they're fantastic cars. And if you want, you can even go for one with a manual gearbox, which my S3's got a manual gearbox, and it is so bloody good. So Golf R wins for me the most bloody versatile car currently in existence. I think it's just such a good car, on par with the S3. That's a personal preference, yeah. S3, Golf R, brilliant all-rounders, and a great value for money. Entry-level ones, like I said earlier, are about 15 grand. You know what? Like, it's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. It's not cheap, but it's a serious car for the amount of money that it is. So anyway, I'm gonna stop rattling on. I've got to go to work for a bit, and then I'm going to get my hair cut. After that, Barber is running late because he's got to go and pick his guys up that own front wheel drive cars because they can't get to work today. Don't know why that is. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like the video, hit like. If you're new, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader. All right. Oh, by the way, I went to the gym. Gym's done all of that, and yeah, I'm here now. All right. See you later. In the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, I meet up with Ricky and we go for a drive in my Audi S3.
Anyone all day long about cars. Whoa!